here's Brody Brazil.
So we're all aware of what happened with the Tampa Bay Rays and Pinellas County in the city of St. Petersburg. The Rays for years worked with the city and county to develop a stadium plan. Ultimately, the city and county voted yes on funding what the Rays wanted to do, and then the Rays recently backed out of the entire stadium deal. It would have revitalized 60-plus acres of the current Tropicana Field site known as the Gas Plant District. But now, the city, and specifically the county, are maybe looking for a little retaliation, that they did all this legwork, this hard work, this effort. They put forth all this research and human power, and then the Rays backed out of it. It cost the city and county time and effort, and now apparently the county at least wants to start the process on potentially getting reimbursed for multiple years' worth of work. I highly recommend, by the way, that you check out the work of Colleen Wright of the Tampa Bay Times. Colleen and Mark do a tremendous job of covering all things Rays on and, well, most interestingly, off the field. But this is from Colleen's article in the Tampa Bay Times. Pinellas County Commissioner Chris Latvala has asked staff to prepare a letter asking the Tampa Bay Rays to reimburse residents for expenses related to a stadium deal the team backed out of. Now, when we say reimburse residents, do we mean like the Rays cutting individual checks to taxpayers in Pinellas County, or is it paying the county back a couple $1 million for estimated work time here? Latvala told the Tampa Bay Times that staff is gathering those costs and said County Administrator Barry Burton said he would contact the city of St. Petersburg, which led negotiations on plans to build a stadium for the Rays and redevelop the surrounding historic gas plant district. The city, county, and the Rays officially began working on the project back in January of 2023. So more than 2 years worth of time, effort, blood, sweat, and tears. The deal will officially terminate on March 31st. That's only a couple days away from now. No letter of intent has been written yet, but it seems like this is just going to time out and officially go away. On Wednesday night, so a couple nights ago, St. Petersburg Mayor Ken Welch said Latvala's idea, quote, has merit, and that he, quote, will consider it. As of June 2024, St. Petersburg alone had spent more than $2.4 million on consultants, economic impact studies, and legal expenses for outside counsel. So that's just the city of St. Pete. What about Pinellas County? Is it $2 million? Is it $2.4 million? Is it $4.8 million? Are we timesing this by 2? Who exactly knows how much? But it's the thought and idea that all of a sudden the city and county are going to go after the Rays for backing out. Now, the Rays, in their defense already, I'm not defending them, I'm saying what their defense is going to be. They said in a December 2024, I can't remember if it was a memo or a meeting with Pinellas County, they said they had already spent $11.6 million on the project through July 31st, which could be true. It could be inflated, but it was also their idea. If I say I'm going to take you out to dinner and I'm going to pay for it, then I'm going to pay for it. I'm taking you, I'm treating you to dinner. That's kind of what the Rays were doing here with their proposal. And if somebody else had to pay for parking and get to the restaurant and then I didn't show up, and now they're billing me, I guess I understand that to a certain degree, right? Or at least the way they feel. But I also think looking at this, it's politics, it's posturing, it's a little bit of revenge by the politicians. Yeah, you spent a couple million on this, but you were invested on this. You also wanted this to happen, and for a reason which was unfortunate and probably not completely appropriate, right? It wasn't understood. It didn't need to happen that way that the Rays backed out, but you knew that would be a possibility and that it wasn't a done deal until it was a done deal. I'm not here to say that the Rays should pony up and have to pay any type of fine that the city or county is gonna leverage here. But I'm also looking at it from the perspective of Chris Latvala, who he's been so critical and blunt on social media about Rays ownership, that Stu Sternberg is cheap and needs to sell the team. And look, until this team is cemented in the Tampa Bay region, whether it's Tampa proper or St. Pete, until they're staying for sure, you don't know how this is going to go. And you can't be chirping and barking at the ownership of the team, because Stuart Sternberg might say, fine, I will sell the team to that group in Orlando. They're gone. I will sell this team to that group that wants to take it to Nashville. And you watch how fast Major League Baseball will vote unanimously in approval of that. Ask me how I know. That could easily happen. So until you know, Chris Latvala, until you know that they're staying, I would just reserve maybe some of that aggressive nature and approach, because I know that's what you want. And I understand that's what you want. And I understand that you're mad that you worked hard to get this deal done and then they backed out. Totally get it. But until you know that the team is for sure staying, no matter what Rob Manfred tells you now or tomorrow or yesterday, until they're staying for sure, you don't know that they're staying for sure. It's just at this point, you need action. You don't need petty stuff back and forward. You don't need the city and the county wasting their time billing the team. None of this, again, is going to help Tropicana Field get fixed. It's not going to help a new stadium situation happen. It's not going to have the team be sold overnight because of a $2 or $4 million penalty or fee. So whether they're billed by the county or the city, it kind of doesn't matter. This stuff all feels a little bit petty, but it is interesting that now politics and politicians are going back after the Rays for backing out of this deal. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments section below. Thumbs up on this video. That helps me out. And don't forget to subscribe down below. Hit that button so I can definitely see you back here next time.